If you've been posting content consistently, showing up online and trying to do all of the right things, but you're still not getting clients from it, I want you to know that it's not because you're bad at what you do and it's not because you're not trying hard enough, but it's because posting content alone is not what gets you clients. Getting clients, followers, views and engagement, and ultimately clients from the content that you post is not about how much you post. It's actually about how well you move someone from stranger to follower to client. If that's not happening right now, chances are you're making one of these 10 mistakes without even realizing it. In this video, I'm going to walk you through each one, show you what is going wrong, and most importantly, how to fix it. Once you understand these, you can turn your content from a frustrating task to the biggest growth lever in your business. At least that's what I've managed to do for my own, and I know that it works. So, let's dive in. Number one, you're getting attention, but you're not gaining trust. The first big mistake is thinking that attention is the goal, and it's not. Attention is actually the easy part, a flashy headline, a controversial take, a trending sound, but attention without trust is like a restaurant that gets packed on opening night and then nobody comes back. If your content's getting views, but nobody comes back to watch more, and worse, you're not converting, not getting into the DMs and not getting inquiries, it's a trust problem and not an attention problem. Trust is built when your audience feels like you truly understand them. When your content speaks directly to their experiences, their challenges, their pains, problems, dreams, and desires, not in a look how much I know sort of way, but in a I get what you're going through way. That means instead of chasing viral reach, your focus needs to shift towards creating content that shows understanding, shares a real experience, and makes people feel seen. Because when people trust you, you don't have to chase them. Instead, they come to you. Number two, you're trying to be everything to everyone. I hate to admit this, but I did this in the early days of my business, and it sounded like a smart move to make. Cast a wide net, appeal to as many people as possible, keep your options open, right? Why wouldn't that work? More people must equal more clients. But if you're speaking to everybody, you're likely speaking to nobody. Small businesses often fall into this trap because they don't want to leave opportunity on the table, right? One day they're posting productivity hacks, the next they're posting branding tips, then leadership lessons, but the audience can't figure out what they actually do. Your content needs to make it painfully obvious what problem you solve and who you solve that problem for. That means picking a lane. That means getting specific. And yes, that might feel scary at first, but it's the only way to make people immediately think, oh, this person can help me. Number three, you're teaching too much and connecting too little. If your content is all around how-to tips and frameworks and tutorials, you're building a library and not a client base. Information is everywhere, right? And people aren't short of it, but what they are short of is connection. If someone's going to choose to pay you, they need to know something more than just this person knows a lot. They need to feel that this person understands me and I trust them to guide me in the right direction. Content that converts essentially balances teaching with storytelling. It shows vulnerability, it shares client experiences, and it admits mistakes. It lets people see the human behind the information. Because let's face it, at the end of the day, people do not buy the best information. They buy the person that they believe will get them the best outcome. So get personal, share wins and losses, and connect with your audience on a human level. More so now, basically more than ever before, especially as a creative business with AI booming, it's not about your production, it's about you and your ideas and the things that you can come up with, and that's essentially what differentiates you in the market. Number four, your positioning is unclear or confusing. Positioning is one of those invisible forces behind everything that you do. It's what makes someone land on your page, scroll for 5 seconds and think, this is exactly what I've been looking for. But weak positioning sounds a little bit like this. I help business owners succeed. Strong positioning, on the other hand, sounds like this. I help coaches book 5 new clients every single month using organic content that drives real results. The clearer you are about who you help and what you help them achieve, the faster your audience can self-select and say, yes, this is for me. If you're posting content without a clear, consistent position in the market, you're essentially leaving it up to chance on whether or not someone will understand what you actually do. And whilst you might be making some very sexy looking content, it will ultimately flop because it doesn't connect. Number five, you're hiding your offer. One of the biggest reasons that content doesn't actually lead to clients is really simple, and it's because people don't even know that you're available to hire. So many business owners feel very weird about selling. Again, it's something that I struggled with in the early days of my career. They don't want to come across pushy, so they sort of post free value and hope that people will sort of magically reach out. But, and I say this from a lot of years of experience, nobody will make the leap unless you make it clear to them that that's the natural next step. Now, you don't need to hard sell, you don't need to hard pitch in every post, but you do need to make sure that people know how they can work with you, what your offer is, and what the journey looks like from start to finish. The beauty and the power of great content is that it warms people up. From there, your offer should feel like the natural, logical next step, not a sudden sales pitch. You want people to think, of course, this makes complete sense, rather than who the hell is this pushy salesperson on my feed promoting a product that I actually don't need. Number six, you're assuming that people will remember you. People will not remember you. I'm sorry, But it's true. It's not because they don't care, and it's not because your content's not good, but it's because their attention is fleeting, right? Your audience is busy, okay? They're being pulled in a million different directions, and if you're not showing up consistently, and if you're not reinforcing who you are and what you do, you will get buried under the noise. This is why consistency is not a content strategy, it's a trust strategy. The more often people see you and show up with valuable, relevant content, the more you become familiar with people, and that builds trust, and trust essentially leads to buying decisions that viewers can make in the right place at the right time to make that jump themselves. Number 7, your proof is missing, weak, or awkward. Proof is not optional, proof is powerful, but it has to feel natural. A lot of business owners don't really even share proof at all because they feel awkward about selling themselves, or they go way too far the other way and blast out big testimonial posts that feel uncomfortable and way too salesy. The key here is weaving proof in naturally into your content. You might mention a quick win at the start of an educational video, share a small client story whilst explaining a point, or post a screenshot of a lovely message with a client without really making a huge deal out of it. If someone binges 3 or 4 of your pieces of content and starts seeing social proof sprinkled in, they will start seeing you as the obvious guide without you ever needing to push. It's really key to remember that proof is not about you, it's actually about helping your audience believe a transformation is possible and that you are the person to help them get it. So if you're not posting because it makes you feel a little bit icky and uncomfortable, get over it, okay? Because it really is important that you just share those wins. Number 8, you're measuring the wrong things. It feels good to see views and likes and follower counts ticking up, but those numbers can really lie to you. You could have thousands of views and 0 clients, and on the other side, you could also have hundreds of brand new followers, but no leads. But the numbers that actually matter look a little bit different, right? Look at your return viewers. Look at how many people are engaging in meaningful ways. And look at your lead flow, how many conversations are actually starting because of your content. Building a successful business isn't about being the most popular, right? It's about being the most trusted. Now, I've worked with probably about 400 businesses to date, and I'd argue that 9 times out of 10, most of them wanted views, likes, or comments. But the brands that I work with who actually won online didn't even look at the vanity side of things and instead looked at the sanity metrics. Number 9, your content feels safe, not memorable. Safe content is what everyone else is posting. General tips, safe advice, bland slogans, it's all been done before, and it's getting pretty repetitive. Memorable content, on the other hand, just feels a little bit different, okay? It has a different perspective. It makes people stop scrolling because it feels alive and unique and cool. You don't need to be controversial for the sake of it, but you do need to have a point of view. You need to be willing to say something real, something human, and something that shows that you're not just copying every other business in your industry. The businesses that win are the ones that dare to be distinctive, and whilst it's bold, again, it concretes your position and it helps you to attract the right types of customers to your business, people that align with your mindset and your thinking. They are the clients that you really want. And finally, number 10, you have no content system. Even the best content in the world will not get you clients if you don't have a way to bridge from audience to offer. You need that system. A lead magnet to capture initial interest. A simple email sequence to nurture new leads. A clear, easy way for people to book a call, download a guide, or join your free program. Without that system, content essentially just floats in the air aimlessly. It gets attention and then, well, it flops because it hasn't really got any motive or purpose. With the system, though, content essentially becomes the top of the funnel thing, and it's a way to bring people into your world that moves them steadily towards working with you, warming them up with every single piece of content that they consume, and eventually, when they're ready, they'll be in touch. And that's when everything changes. Now, I know this because it's pretty much what I've done since building my first business back in 2018, okay? We were doing just under 6 figures a month, and all of our clients came to us because of the content that we worked incredibly hard to finesse and post online. So it does work, but you've just got to stick to it and commit to the process. And when you do just that, and you do it really well, you'll get more clients, and you'll get better clients, and you'll get clients that trust you and value you and want to work with you without you having to shout louder, post more, or hustle harder. So if you've enjoyed this video and you want to start to build a system like this that works for your business, you can click the link down below and maybe consider signing up to become a member within the Content Club. It's my community for small business owners who are looking to level up their content, stand out online, and actually get results from the content that they create. But there's also no pressure to join. If you just want to have a think about it, you can learn for free by scrolling to the bottom of the page, signing up for the weekly newsletter. I can see you there. So if you enjoyed watching this video, make sure that you check out this video right here, which is where you can learn more about creating videos that actually get results for your business. And if you're not subscribed to the channel already, feel free to do so. I post videos like this every single week without fail, touch wood, and yeah, it would be great to see you there. So thanks for watching. I shall see you in next week's video. Ciao.